Hello.
Hey
Yep.
guys.
What's happening?
Not much, man.
Yeah, it's been a damn lazy day, man. Kind of.
Yeah, it's been a shitty day in the UK weather-wise. It's perfect.
Starting to get
weather
cooler
to do this.
over there.
It is, yeah. Yeah, very much so, actually. I just noticed it, before I come on.
It's cooling down over here, man. It's only 94 degrees today, so
Shit.
not too bad.
Fucking crazy.
We're like in between.
By hearing it.
I bet it's cold. It's even colder in Norway, but in the UK
Yeah.
it's starting to really cool up.
Yeah, I imagine. What is it in Norway, Gizmo?
I think it's hard to tell today. It's been like, this is the best kind of temperature. So I believe between 8 degrees to 11 degrees or something. I don't know how much that's in Fahrenheit, but
That's yeah, shit. That's cold.
for me it's perfect. That's my weather. I can't stand the heat.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's been brutal ass summer though, man. I'm ready for the shit to be over. It's like it's worse than the fucking shit in the Predator. You know what I'm saying? Like that jungle heat, it's way worse than that shit. But man, yeah. Today we're gonna talk about. I'll just go ahead and mention it right quick. We're gonna talk about Cold Eyes of Fear. You can show your release if you want. Y'all got the better release, I believe. Y'all got the 4K of Burial Ground. And then we're going to talk about A Blade in the Dark or The House with Dark Stairs. What the shit?
Yeah, I honestly can't wait to talk about some of these.
Yeah.
Definitely Burial Ground. I think that'd be hysterical.
I got to agree with Lamberto, though, because he was like, he prefers the American title, A Blade in the Dark, over House with Dark Stairs. Like, I gotta agree with him. But
there's no context like in that title, really.
Right. But this has another title, Cold Eyes of Fear. It's Desperate Moments, which is pretty cool. But
yeah, I think it was like a riff on a film called Desperate Hours as well from 1955. I read that. I've not seen the film, but kind of interested now. I've seen that.
What I'm more interested in hearing is how the fuck do you call Cold Eyes of Fear a jolly?
Okay.
We're gonna get into it because it is. It's definitely a giallo. It's a giallo thriller, is what I consider it to be.
See, I know this is like a point that a lot of people online make as well, and I know I think me and Dirk may be in the minority because a lot of people think this is not a giallo film, but yeah, we're kind of coming to that.
Castellari considered it a giallo.
Yeah. It's got, just because it hasn't got, I think, the Black Glove Killer like our
Black Glove
film.
Killer. Yeah.
But it's certainly got, we'll come into it in the opening scene and that, even though the opening scene is a cheat, it's kind of got that giallo vibe to it. And there's murder and there's mystery. So
I love that opening scene, though. That opening scene is like, it's like a big fake out. So it kind of, I dig it. But
we'll come into that.
But yeah, this was come out in '71, and this is the Indicator release for anybody wondering. It's a hell of a release, man, and I appreciate
a beautiful release. Yeah,
appreciate it again, Darren, for this.
No worries, man. I'm just so glad you liked the film.
And this don't bother me either. A lot of people bitch about this. It's like cardboard, but it's. I think it's well made. I mean, who the fuck are you? What are you doing? Throwing your shit across the room? I mean, I don't know. People bitch about this shit. To me, I take care of my shit, and it's fine. Like, I don't know. But
I think some people like online even say it's not worthy of like the Indicator release and that, which I totally disagree with.
I really dig this movie, man. It's a thick ass book. Man, that book is thick as hell. If you're into that kind of stuff. But I like it. I like this movie a lot. What is y'all's thoughts on it? Y'all like it or you don't like it or?
I like really like it a lot.
I really like Giovanni Rowley. I like her a lot. I liked her in Whatever They Done to Your Daughters.
Yeah, she's amazing. It's just a shame that she didn't make that many Jolly films, if any of us, apart from that one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This
this
film,
I think, it's not your traditional Giallo.
no, it don't have the
It's
sleeves
more,
and it don't have the
yeah.
hold on a second.
Silent hour.
Sorry, y'all. Somebody
Okay.
That's all right, man.
opened the door. I don't know what the hell's going on. But they don't have the sleeves and it don't have, a lot of the brutal shit like that a lot do, but it does have the mystery like that's going on throughout the film. Like, and it has some twists. I mean, it's definitely got I don't know, a lot of the atmosphere, the way it's shot in the dark. I really like the fucking dark scenes in this movie. And
Yeah.
And the 4K is not, but I know, I don't know what people are saying. I haven't seen anything about it, but I did notice that it's kind of grainy at the beginning, but that didn't bother me. Like, I don't want all the grain taken out of everything. You know what I mean? But in the dark scenes, those blacks are fucking really good. Dark black, fucking 4K. I think it deserved the 4K treatment.
I do, absolutely. Like you say, it's got music score by Ennio Morricone, which the director actually didn't like. Because I was watching the interview afterwards, and he completely fucking hated that. Because Morricone came to do the score. He was going to write the music, and I think he spent 2 days with the director, Castellari. And apparently Morricone said, "Oh, I'll do it my own way," and went in the studio. I think he actually conducted it, while the film was playing. And Castellari took like umbrage with that and really doesn't like the score. But I think it's pretty decent. It's not overly memorable, but I kind of liked it.
I like it.
Definitely a Giallo vibe to it. Yeah. But yeah, you've got such a great cast as well in this. You've got Giovanni Rowley, who Dirk just mentioned. You've got Frank Wolf, who made Giallo, Death Walks in High Heels, and Death Occurred Last Night. And there's kind of a tragic end, which we'll come into with him in real life.
Yeah, his wife. I'll go ahead and mention it now. His wife.
Yeah, carry on. Yeah.
His wife was a translator on this movie, and anyway, she ran off with some dude while they were making the movie, and he went into this deep fucking depression. So, like, if you pay attention and watch the movie, like, after knowing that, you can see at certain points of the film, like, where he's more like he's like losing his fucking shit, man. He's losing his mind, and I think it's like genuine from what was happening with her in his life, and then I think he ended up killing himself, right?
Yeah, committed suicide over that fact, with his wife. But the director said he could see what you just said as well. You could see him is just like mentally just deteriorate. It's obviously, if that happens to anyone at any time.
I'm sorry, yo. I see the chat, y'all, but my wife just chimed in. She said Grayson wants me to show his saw on the stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and show it for
carry on
right now. Yeah. So, here it is, buddy.
That's awesome.
Is that the saw from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Jessica Biel? Come on there.
Sorry, I can't hear you. All right, buddy. There you go.
Great saw.
But let me catch the chat right quick, man. I don't want to be rude, man. I might start losing people. Holland, what's going on, man?
Hey, Holland.
Hey, Holland.
Texas, man. What's happening?
Hey, Texas.
Greatest panel in the world. Oh shit, man. That's a bit bold statement. I appreciate
Too
it.
kind. Too kind.
Yeah,
Will
man.
be even better panel tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then Texas is on as well, you know.
Right. That's right. Dark Stairs. They have mahogany. Let's see. Yeah, that was my wife.
I thought so.
How you doing? Culture Trini, what's going on, man?
Hi, Trey.
All right, and everybody said hey. So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of a sad deal with Frank Wolf. I think he's a really damn good actor, though. I think everybody in this movie's a good actor.
I think it's got one hell of a good cast. Even like you've got the Spanish guy, he plays the criminal, then he I think it's Julian Mateos, he plays Quill. I mean, he's really good as well. I don't think there's a weak link because
what's the Garco guy's first, how do you pronounce that first name?
Gianni Garco.
Gianni? Okay.
He's outstanding, I think. For me, probably the best thing in the film.
Yeah, because I thought I didn't know that he was an Italian. I didn't know that. Like after
no.
After I seen the damn interview with him, I was like, "What the shit? This dude, he was just speaking Italian," and I was like, "Oh shit," because he don't look Italian to me. So
exactly,
I don't even hear an accent because this was filmed and it was recorded in English. So
yeah, I think he was dubbed by another actor, like an English actor.
Wow.
And obviously in the sidekick as well is exactly the same.
Well, he said he had to learn English, I thought. So
yeah, he's probably making the words, but they just overdubbed them. They did that a lot in these Italian films.
I got you.
But yeah, he's brilliant. He's in Body Puzzle as well. He's in
that movie keeps popping up. Y'all, I mean, I keep hearing about this damn Body Puzzle movie. I still haven't watched it.
I mean, like, it's a perfect time to mention Lamberto as well because he's coming up. But yeah, I know Gismo really likes Body Puzzle, and I'm
for all the wrong reasons, Darren. But I love it for all the
reasons. I like it a little bit more every time I see it, so that's one we got to cover at some point. Not to
that's
go off on a tangent.
That's a comedy, I would say, but it's a really good comedy.
Yeah. But coming on to this film, you've got what I really like as well, being from the UK, is you've got the backdrop of London, and I love all those shots. Like, you've got
those shots. Those shots were all stolen.
Yeah. Didn't they have like a camera? They was like just spying on people. Yeah.
Camera and all the people in the background. They don't know that. They didn't pay them people to be in that shit. They just stole those shots. I was like, hell yeah, fucking guerrilla filmmaking at its best, right?
Right. Yeah. But yeah, you say, you get a man early on. He's driving around London. You get to see like the Tower of London as well, back in the early 70s, which is great. But the opening scenes for me, obviously, I know Gizmo's going to kind of argue the fact that this may not be a giallo, which a lot of people seem to, feel that way. The opening scene, although it's a cheat, and I don't think it's spoiling anything by saying that because it's done and dusted really quickly. There's kind of this man pulls a knife out on this blonde, and he kind of ends up like raping her as well, and
I couldn't figure that out though. I didn't know if they were playing a game or what the hell was going on.
Well, yeah.
I thought they might have been playing some kind of sex game or some shit.
Right. Yeah. Because he uses a knife and he takes off her underwear using the knife.
He's cutting everything off. Yeah.
Man. There's kind of like a semi kind of rape scene, but we're not sure at this time what it is. Right. And then, bizarrely enough, the director then cuts to like this, like we're watching it on stage. It's kind of an erotic show.
Yeah.
And I think that was done really well.
Yeah, because I wasn't expecting that on first time I've seen it. So.
No, I was kind of disappointed in a way as well because I thought this was going to be like complete out and out Black Glove Killer or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But yeah, as the film wore on, I kind of like love it even more the more I watch it. But don't go into this expecting like Dario Argento or anything like that.
This is more of a. It's more of a thriller, I think. I do see the giallo in it just because of the mystery and the twists that come throughout the film. Like, well, really toward the end of the film, there's a big twist.
It's like a few murders like sprinkled. It's not heavy on like body count or anything.
Not heavy on gore. Not heavy on sleeves or nudity. None of that. But
No. So the basic story is you've got this the nephew of this one judge. He brings back this prostitute to have a bit of fun, as they say. The judge kind of gets wind of it.
Well, he knows him.
He
knows him, so he does this regularly. He brings all these strippers back, and they called them strippers, and I'm like, what the hell? But I guess they call.
No, she's definitely a prostitute. I think. Yeah, I think they're just doing that.
Over there? What the hell's going on?
Some strippers are prostitutes, but that's a totally different thing.
But you're not allowed to call them that.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not PC.
Right. Okay.
But so early on we get to see a scene where the nephew takes this prostitute back to his, uncle's, like this judge, and basically they're not alone because certainly one criminal is broken in and dispatched early on, kind of like the guy who runs the place. From then on in, it's kind of, you could call it a home invasion. One of the earliest examples of a home invasion film.
Yeah.
And like you say, the twists and turns just keep coming from then on in. But it's basically just kind of all at this one location, pretty much, which I love because it's claustrophobic. But yeah, I don't know how deep you want to go into the film or anything. We definitely won't give that, the main twist away.
No, not at all. I was, I'm sorry, I just had a blank, man. My mind went blank for a second.
That's all right, man. But yeah, like I say, you've got this criminal breaks in. There's then 3 of them in the house. He's kind of controlling things, telling them, it's kind of like a mystery in itself because he doesn't really say what he's there for at first. And I don't know about you, but this criminal is as thick as shit, man. He's one of the worst criminals you'll ever see. Some of the decisions he makes is just absolutely astounding. Like, considering he's supposed to be this top fucking criminal who's been in prison and all this.
Yeah, he's just the thing about that though is he's like really in it for the revenge,
Yeah. The younger guy is in it for the money, but then we come across Frank Wolf's character. He kind of like disposes of one of the policemen. He turns up at the house.
Yeah.
And at first, again, we think we're not sure what's happening here, and it all kind of unravels then of the main storyline, which I won't, I don't want to ruin this for anybody.
No.
But I think Frank Wolf does a really good job. I know we just mentioned him earlier.
I think so. I think they all do, really.
Yeah. But and I think this is. Go on. Sorry.
I don't know why, but I was reading a few reviews about it, and people were saying how it was just too slow and all this shit, and I don't feel that way at all when I watch this.
I didn't either. I just got the kind of feel of like an early 70s giallo. But my argument, the fact that it is a giallo is because we do have like murders. I know you're saying there's not really so much like a sleazy element, but even though it's not shown, I suppose that first scene and the fact that she's kind of this prostitute as well kind of qualifies as sleazy a little bit, I would say.
Yeah, I guess she was more of a classy type of actress because you don't see her you know, in other films, you don't see her get all naked and shit. You know.
No, that's right. Yeah, yeah. And the director said like she's absolutely beautiful, like in real life, and as an actress, he said she was fantastic to work with, as was everyone.
I was hearing that Gianni though said that she was like really professional. Like she didn't want to be friends or friendly or anything. Like she was really,
Oh, okay, yeah.
She was really stayed to herself, and she just when she was on set, it's totally different. But other than that, she wasn't trying to hang out and shit like that. You know what I mean? So,
Right. Yeah, yeah. She was kind of like,
so I guess she's
kind
kind
of
of like a
big
stuck
thing.
up snob.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was going to say. She's kind of like a big actress for the time, I would imagine.
She did a ton of westerns too. So.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
What do you think, Gismo? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't have a problem with it being a giallo, but because giallo is. But what I meant in the beginning was that if you say a giallo, then everybody will think of an Italian slasher. Right. So that was my opening statement with the film. But I like it a lot. I do think that Panic Room has got a lot from this film because I watched Panic Room, rewatched it just 2 months ago or something. We had a Fincher stream.
Yeah,
and I saw so much similarity to Cold Eyes of Fear because I saw this film for the first time and the only time. Like,
let me see that release.
Okay,
I like that cover though.
Yeah, but it's a really shitty release.
Yeah, it's the UK release. Yeah.
Yeah, but it says I think it's 3 years ago since I bought it and saw it. But it just was fun when I watched Panic Room again because I saw so much similarity to the story and the way stuff are revealed, and also the way the young bad guy, or how you say it, like the way he is acting. He's acting kind of in the same way as Jared Leto does in Panic Room, because I think he's a mental case in many ways. But
I heard he's like really, really reserved though. Like in real life, they were saying that he was like the best manners. He was real nice to everybody and shit. So I don't know.
But yeah, no, I liked it a lot. It's and if people are saying it's slow, I can't even understand that because I actually thought it was going a little bit too fast at parts. Because sometimes when stuff happens in the film, it just jumps to the next thing. I was like, it doesn't dwell on stuff that long, so I can't even understand that people think this is a slow film. That's a weird thing for me. There are slow giallos, and this is not one of them.
No, I completely agree. I think there's
the word. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Dirk. I was going to say, I think there's kind of a scene in here as well, which reminds me of Hitchcock. You know, I don't want to give too much away, but the suspense leading up to this one scene, which I've not seen Panic Room, but maybe it's in Panic Room as well. And then you got the cat and the old suspense of all that. You know, I'm not going to say what it is.
It does feel Hitchcock like, yeah.
It does, doesn't it? Really, especially that scene. You know, I definitely got Hitchcock vibes. But go on, Dirk. I don't know what you was going to say.
Oh no, it's fine, man. I was. I'm going blank, man.
The old dude with a cat. He was almost like a James Bond villain.
Yeah, he was.
I will never forget him. It was like over the top bad dude.
As the film goes on, though, you're like, what the hell is going on? You know, like I said, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's just the motive you don't really fully understand, but you start seeing that it's more personal. That's all I'll say. I'm gonna leave it at that. So.
Yeah. I'm definitely not going to mention why these crimes are being committed, but I think as well. I've not seen that. I've seen it since, but I don't think I've ever seen that type of plot in an earlier film, in like the 60s or anything. I could be wrong. But yeah, there's a few giallis that kind of touch on that subject. But like I said, I think this is really well done, considering the budget was. I think they had to only shoot 2 days in London because they didn't have a lot of money.
And then they stole all the shots in London. So
exactly,
they went like, you know.
And I think that was one of the reasons he made the film as well, because they didn't have much money and they wanted to like concentrate on one location with maybe 5 or 6 actors.
But I think they did it right, you know.
Yeah. I think it's very underrated film.
I remember what I was gonna say is like, so anything like in Italy, anything that was a mystery or a crime film, even, they would call a giallo or a gialli. I mean, I know they call them poliziotteschi too, but in Italy, like, that's what it meant, like a suspense mystery thriller, you know. And I'm sure it has like this broad spectrum, you know, just like a slasher can have like supernatural shit in it, and you know what I mean.
I think the giallo film, or the giallo saying, even now in Italy at this time, can come at like CSI episodes could come under that moniker of the giallo. And the giallo as we know it to us in America and the UK and Norway and however, it's not the way the Italian people
like
see it.
Kind of sleazy, violent, fucking, you know. Like that, you know.
So we see a giallo as like, the first thing we think of is Dario Argento, but over there it's just a common, you know, it obviously means giallo, I think everyone knows that, but it's just a common kind of detective kind of mystery in a way. That's probably on their TV screens, you know, every other night, basically.
But yeah, man, I like the alternate title too, though. Desperate Moments. It's but
that's definitely
I recommend this release. Anybody that's interested, I do recommend.
Absolutely.
I think they did a damn good job. Indicator.
This is in many ways the closest I've seen a giallo ever come to a Tarantino movie, or a Tarantino comes to a giallo, because it has like the same kind of ending as a Tarantino film, and everything is set in one location, like The Hateful Eight or Reservoir Dogs is almost in one location. It's the kind of same thrills in this film as so you got to do it the opposite around. This is the Tarantino's films, I would say, come closest to this film, because this was before Tarantino. So
Tarantino would definitely have watched this film as well.
I imagine he did.
I think he's watched every single giallo ever made. But
there's one thing that's normal for directors, that although you can see that probably to Kubrick, you can see it definitely to Hitchcock, and you can see it to all of the old, like, great directors. I remember Alexandro Jodorowsky said it in his interview, where if you can put my film in a genre, then I failed. And I kind of think that's what separates most of those directors that are like timeless, if that makes sense. Like So I strongly believe that most of these big names directors that did 1 or 2 giallos would never call them a giallo. They would probably say it's a mystique thriller or something. Because if you narrow it down to just one word, then you kind of shit on your own art.
You can put it in like a box and label it, and they want it to be more free. Like, you know, don't even put it in a category.
That's why Fulci was so angry at Argento, I believe, because Argento says in all his interviews that Fulci was copying him. It's like, Argento came after. No, Fulci came after me and did everything I did. So
you gotta watch some. I mean, if y'all have never had a chance to watch any of those interviews, between our like watch the interviews with Argento and then watch some interviews with Fulci. For me personally, it's more entertaining to watch Fulci. Like, listen to him, how he talks. He's like, there's no way I could have copied him because I am a legend.
Like but he says it as he means it as well, and he's got such a wicked sense of humor, or he had such a wicked sense of humor. But like the director of this film as well was saying, he basically had never seen I think he's seen 2 Argento films. He'd never really seen a lot of his fellow Italian directors' films.
Yeah.
He was at some kind of film festival with Diodato, and they were going to play Cannibal Holocaust. I think it's the Venice Film Festival. And Diodato actually said something to him, and he turned around to Diodato and said, "I've never seen this film." And Diodato thought he was fucking playing around, like thinking, but he genuinely had not seen the film.
Yeah, they were good friends, is what I understood too. He said, "Why would I watch a Diodato film?" Or some shit like that.
Yeah. So, like you say, it's kind of all like Umberto Lenzi as well. All these Italian directors just didn't want to give anyone credit, or I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's like a pride thing in a way. I don't know. But
I don't know what it is, but it's kind of a macho thing maybe in Italy. I don't know, but it is really weird.
But the Giovanna, the woman in the film, did she? Because in this shitty release, the only thing you get is the English track, and I know there is an Italian track for this film as well.
Yeah.
But did the English, when she talks in this film, is it her own voice that is used?
Yes.
Yeah.
It just sounds so weird because it's been a while.
Yeah, because I watched the Castellari interview about it, and he said that was one of the main reasons he casted her is because she could speak English, and he loved her Italian accent with the English, you know.
Okay.
And she's quite ballsy as well, the way she says her lines.
Yeah,
you can, because she's kind of, because we didn't really touch on her character too much, but she kind of stands up to these thugs as well, which you don't really see in her.
She don't back down from them, like, but
no.
But she's a she's a prostitute too, so I mean,
she's kind of streetwise and
right. She's got to take care of herself, I guess.
Normally, I say that the best actors in every film are animals, but in this film, I will never forget the one shot where the fucking cat jumps from the desk and they go to a top shot of the office of the old dude, and you see the cat walks towards the window and then it looks straight up to the camera and just stands like this for 3-4 seconds, and it really bugged the hell out of me because no fucking cat would do that if there wasn't a camera there.
Right.
So it's
But there's
quite a few cat scenes, mind Italian directors. You know, Fulci got like an amazing, I don't know if you can call it performance with a cat, but the black cat, I think they used 2 or 3 cats, and that's an amazing kind of way you film things for that. And
and it's also weird. They almost always use Persian cats. The cat type I have, like Persian, it's a flat nose. I don't know what it is with Italians, but they love those cats.
There's a big plot. I mean, a big part of the movie involves the cat too. Like we not going to spoil nothing, but it's a very suspenseful scene in this film with the cat. If y'all remember, but
it's kind of like that's the scene I was like on about the Hitchcock thing, and it's generally it's edgy.
You're like, what the fuck's gonna happen? Kind of shit. So like, but yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Is there anything else y'all want to touch on with this one?
Not too much, man. I think I've got pretty much most of what I had written down.
Can I just say quick? I would not recommend this at all to people who are starting with giallos and they have heard about giallos being fun films, because this is more of a film you should watch after you kind of get used to the giallo vibe, because then it takes you on another trip to something else.
Right.
So that's my opinion. I would say that if I started with this, I don't know if I would.
Yeah, you might just give up on the genre. If
I think so, because it feels a little bit like me. I don't know if Darren, if you are familiar with Derek.
Derek?
Yeah, the British. Is he British or is he? He's British. Yeah, I saw a ton of those episodes when I was younger. He has probably 100 episodes of like crime series. I thought it was English, British.
Don't ring a bell.
He was at the same wine kind of as Poirot. You remember him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Derek was a little bit more TV friendly, not friendly, but you know what I mean, more like
I know what you mean, like
family friendly kind of crime stuff.
Mm.
It feels a little bit like an episode of Derek, but this is more, of course, more expensive and a little bit more edgy, because I do think the violence in the film gets a little bit strong towards the ending, because if I'm not, I don't know if I spoil anything now, but there is a person who gets beat up pretty bad.
Yeah.
And that scene, I think, lasts for a long fucking time. And but I remember this from 3 years ago, so sorry but it always stuck in my head.
It's like, I was going to mention something else as well to see both of your thoughts. Did any of you guys get like a house by the edge on the edge of the park vibe? Because I'm thinking Dear Dad, as you said, was friends, with Castellari.
Yeah.
And there's definitely, like, cause I think we covered Almost Human as well, which has got elements of home invasion at some point. I think there's definitely some kind of influence there. Even if he's small or what have you, there's definitely an influence there for me. Because you got two criminals,
Right.
And
kind of. Totally different thing, though.
Totally different in storyline and all that. Right. But I mean, the idea is
the setting and everything.
There. Yeah.
I will, and I'll also mention that there's one shot that I thought was pretty cool. They shoot it through like cubes of ice in a glass. I thought that.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. I don't think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But how would you rate this out of 10?
Can I just shoot in quick? Sorry, I was mistaken. Derek is German, and it was from 74 to 98.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay.
You should check it up, Darren. I think you will like that shit. It's
man, definitely seems right up my alley. But yeah, what would be your scores out of 10 for this?
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, yeah. I'm the same. I'll give it a 7.
Strong 6 from me, I think. Yeah. I'm a little bit harder than you are.
No, but like Gismo said, a perfect point. This is not going to be a starter for anyone.
No.
But and again, even if you're into Jolly and you watch this once and you're thinking maybe it's not for you, give it another go, because I think once you realise what you're in, you're in for a second time round, I think it'll play a lot better. That makes sense.
I liked it on the first watch, but I mean, but I see what you're saying, though. A lot of people probably, it might take them a couple watches before they appreciate it a little more.
But I still think the movie is kind of more Western than a normal Jolly is, because you have actually a story here that's easy to follow. And you also have like thrills and, like you said, Dirk, twists and turns. And there are scenes that are really similar to Fincher's
Panic Room, you said?
Thank you. Panic Room, yeah.
I've not seen Panic Room, but
I've seen it. It's been a while, but I remember Panic Room. It's got Jodie Foster, Forrest Whitaker. I think Dwight Yoakam's in that damn.
I don't remember who Dwight Yoakam is, but
Dwight Yoakam, the damn country star or whatever.
Maybe that's the boyfriend of Jodie Foster. I don't remember.
No, he's one of the home invasion guys.
Oh, okay, he's probably yeah. He's the I will not spoil that film either, but I know who you mean. Yeah.
But yeah, man. I guess we'll get on the Burial Ground. This is the one I got. I know y'all got the new 4K, so I don't really know. I can't really give specifics on the special features on that one. But
this one's packed.
I was going to say on this Cold Eyes of Fear, it has a couple interviews that are really worth it. It's got an interview from the director Castellari and Gianni Garco. Pretty interesting, talking about Frank Wolf. Yeah. The only thing that's Burial Grounds this one has is, I mean, it's pretty good. It's got like 5 special features on this one. It's got an interview with the main chick and Peter Bark.
Peter Bag.
Yeah.
Is the Peter Bag interview? Is it the one where he's at the actual house?
No, Peter Bark's his interview is really not really an interview. He's at a convention in 2013.
Okay.
In 2013 in Rome, and then it's got some other interviews with other cast members, and then it's got a history of the house, which really was cool because that house I didn't realize was filmed in a lot of Italian films, like horror films, like Gothic, Nightmare Castle, Blood
Slaughter Hotel was Slaughter Hotel as well.
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. I know.
It looked similar.
Twitch of the Death Nerve, Bay of Blood.
Was it the same house?
Yeah.
Man, that's where I've seen it before then. I was thinking Slaughter Hotel.
It's a ton of films. But what I found really interesting about this house, though, it was Napoleon Bonaparte's sister lived in that house way back in the day. Yeah.
And if you want to see the house like up to date with it, there's an interview with Peter Bach on the 4K, and I mean, awesome. It's like 25 minutes, but he comes out with some stuff. I got it written down. I'll bring up a little bit later, as with regards to the actress who played his mother and what she actually thought about Peter Bach. Is like, I might as well come out with it now. So he basically said, he remembers his mother, actress, being a lovely lady and all this and all that, yeah. But apparently she's gone kind of on record or whatever to saying like she loved working with him, and she said he was a sneaky, wicked dwarf. And I was like fucking crying. Yeah, we'll come on to the film in a bit, and I'm crying all the way through the film anyway because I love it. Yeah. But that's pretty fucking mean, man. Right. But he had no problems with her as well, which makes it even more kind of funny.
Well, the interview I saw with her, she said he had a weird face.
Oh God, maybe that's what they're alluding to then. Yeah. Maybe it's kind of took out of context.
Yeah, she said he was fun to work with though. She didn't have any problem with him, from what I saw. Like her interview that I saw on this release.
He does say it could be internet talk and it could be fake news, but I don't know. That's saying it's so specific. I think, maybe there's an element of truth to that.
But this interview too was, I'm sure from 10 years ago. So yeah.
Oh yeah, this one's up to date. I think this one's like fairly recent. It's not a great interview. It's the fact that you don't get a lot of information out of it, by the fact that he says, some of the actors were good to work with and stuff like that. So you don't really get a lot of information. He did say with the boob biting scene, which we'll come into, that they had to do it twice. But yeah, it's, in terms of an interview, I don't think it was that good. But there is actually.
Let me catch.
Go on, if you want to. Go on, man.
See Anthony. Anthony, what's up, man?
Hey, Anthony.
He was just saying, hey, got Phantasmat. What's going on, man? I haven't seen Cold Eyes, but I own the soundtrack. Great poster art. Yeah.
It's definitely worth checking out, yeah.
And then Trini says, that's the last movie I ever bought from Severin. They will never get a dime from me again. Yeah, Severin kind of messed him over pretty bad, from what I understand. But
just before we come on to the film, alluding to like Peter Bach, he kind of did 3 or 4 films and then got out of the business. But there's a clip on this like 4K, and he does this dance show, and it's obviously after Burial Ground.
Oh, it's on here. Yeah,
he's got this big fucking quiff. Yeah. Oh man, that's great. Yeah, that's fucking. It's worth watching that interview.
They look like they're wearing some kind of breakdancing clothes.
Yeah. It's completely fucking weird, man. But he's completely fucking weird, I guess. Anyway, isn't he? But I don't know where you want to start with this one because I love this film, man.
Well, I'll give a plot synopsis. I guess it's pretty simple. I mean, there's a scientist studying. He's studying an ancient crypt, and somehow he unleashes a evil curse, and then all the dead rise up. But these dead are a little different. They're kind of like ninjas in a way. I mean, some bitches can use weapons and throw knives and all kinds of shit. And they grab battering rams, bust doors open.
Oh man,
you can tell that like, and I guess before we go too far, we're talking about Bianchi. He was like a porn director, like probably one of the sleaziest, trashiest Italian directors. That's what he's known for. Before, I mean, he made some horror movies too, but he was really into that kind of shit.
I think he's got to be up there with like one of like just for this film and Strip New for Your Killer.
Yeah,
he's got to be in some kind of fucking kind of horror Hall of Fame for that. Just for those two alone, because he's made a few more. He made a kind of a quasi giallo called What the People Saw, which I've never seen, but I've heard really good things about.
But this is probably his most well-known movie, I would say.
This is his masterpiece, I would say, and I say that, jokingly in a way. But I don't know, man. I love Day of the Dead, and it's probably my favorite zombie movie. But I actually think this is like, eclipsed that now for me. This is
shit. Damn.
If I had to go on a desert island and have 3 films, this would be one of them for the rest of my life. I fucking love it that much.
Damn.
I'm a massive fan of this. Can you tell?
Holy shit. That's a hot take. But
and I saw this like 15 years ago, man, and
yeah,
I just laughed my fucking ass all the way through it.
Oh yeah,
and it does that even today,
Yeah, I'll show like. Hold on, I got for anybody. I'm sure most people here have seen it, but you got shit like this.
Mother, this cloth smells of death.
It's like a 30-second clip I put together.
Much, Mama. Michael. What? Michael. Oh, yes, darling. Just like...
I couldn't find the actual titty bite nowhere. Maybe I didn't look hard enough, but I couldn't find it nowhere.
Right. But yeah, like you say, this fucking film's mental. You've got basically there's these 3 couples and this really creepy kid that you've just seen in that clip. They turn up at this villa.
How old was he? Like 20? He's at least 20.
He was 25, maybe pushing 30 at the time.
Yeah,
and
I think
it's
it was
bizarre.
30,
Yeah,
he
it's completely bizarre.
On this edition, he says he was 20. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe.
But it doesn't make sense if you look at his age when he was born.
Yeah, he don't look 20. He definitely looks older.
I think he was like 27, something like that, and he was pushing 30, obviously.
Okay.
But straight from the off, you've got these. They turn up at this creepy like villa, and straight from the off, this kind of getaway for them. Everyone is just sex mad. They just want to fucking shag all the way through the opening of this film, and it goes straight into it from the start. What's even more
they don't waste
bizarre,
any time. Definitely not.
They're kind of open with it as well, they're doing it in the fucking like grounds of this villa with like a 10-year-old boy could walk around at any time.
Yeah.
It's great, man. I'll tell you.
It's funny. You got the one chick on here, Janet.
She's
like,
blonde girl.
Yeah, she's like, I have a bad feeling. This is a bad place. I had a bad dream. Like, Like nobody's listening to that shit, you know. Or her boyfriend's like, "Nah, you're silly. They're gonna think you're weird." And she
Yeah, she has kind of this premonition, doesn't she? But yeah, they're kind of at it straight from the word go, you know. And it's definitely soft porn, you know, softcore porn, because there's no other way to describe it. And you think you're getting yourself into like the strip new for your killer type film, but once the zombie action comes in, which is early as well, there's so many quotable lines as well from this film. It's just like amazing, I think.
yeah, like
Yeah, I don't know.
one scene where the dude says, she's like, "Do you like how I look?" And she's all dressed sexy and stuff, and he says, "Yes, I love you. Love it when you dress like a little whore."
Yeah, it's a great line. Yeah, that's fantastic.
I'm just laughing.
But even the music as the car goes up to the villa is just totally. I've never heard nothing like it in my life in a horror film, but it completely works, you know.
I can't even.
Yeah. If you get a chance, the people watching this and not heard that, Google it, and it's bizarre kind of saying, but it fucking works perfectly.
Weird, brainwashing type music. I don't know how to explain it.
And there's a scene when like there's the couple, you know, Michael and his mother and the boyfriend or husband or whatever, and they get confronted by these zombies early on. And he turns around and he says something like, "Who are you? What do you want?" And I'm fucking crying, man, with laughter. And there's tons of like incidents.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. But like you say, it's like a little sex holiday for like fucking.
Yeah, everybody's horny as hell, and you know, even and like I said, the intelligence of these zombies is like it's beyond any other zombie. You know,
the look of the zombies as well is fucking bizarre, because
they all work together. They they climb fucking shit, and you know, they're extremely accurate with weapons and all kind of shit.
Yeah, done that one throw a nail from like 30 feet and he fucking pins his fucking nail to the
fix your hand, and then the other one comes up with a damn
like a scythe.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Fucking great, man. But yeah, like kind of these two couples get attacked early on in the grounds of this mansion. And zombies are just, you know, coming out of the ground, appearing from anywhere. What's so funny is the zombie makeup as well, because it's so cheap. You can see like it didn't cover the whole fingers and the whole face around the eyes and all. But take that nothing away, you know, it does work.
A lot of it's masks that they're wearing, you know.
Yeah.
And then I know the one zombie that when the woman sets him on fire. So I was hearing about that dude was on fire for real, and he was screaming and shit. And it took a while. It took a while to put him out. Like, and the director came, like, said, "Come on, let's go." And they went over there, and they're still filming while this dude's burning his ass.
Oh.
I was like, what the
fuck? I think I may have read something about that. But I thought it looked really realistic at the time of watching it, but obviously it was.
The actress, she set his ass on fire for real, you know, and she said she remembers that very vividly, that really bothered her. But
yeah, as you can imagine, I bet. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where to begin with some of the one-liners in this film. You know.
It was shot in 4 weeks, and like from what I'm seeing here, what's his name was 25, but who knows, man? I mean, the whole reason they got him was because they couldn't have a child actor, you know, a real child actor. But it does work. Do you intentionally think that he was trying to make a funny ass movie though? Or
no, that's what makes
I don't know. I can't wrap my head around it.
I've got a theory on that. I think this is like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the fact that, you know, bear with me, the fact that this is fucking lightning in a bottle. You cannot replicate this, even if you try to do a comedy. Yeah. There's no way you could make a comedy funnier than this film, for me. I think he just magically, like, you know, Toby Hooper in 73 or whatever, 74 with the Texas. He just got it on film, and I mean, it just works on a comedy level.
It's just so funny. It's so fucking funny. I just can't imagine that he was trying to be serious with this shit, but I don't know.
He definitely was. But yeah, go on, Giz.
What do you think, Gizmo?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite Italian films. It's this is the reason why I started loving Italian films, because you have American films like The Room, where a director is so fucking shitty that he just made something golden without with trying his best, but it just went totally the wrong direction. I don't think Burial Ground can compare with that. I would more compare this with, like, because the reason why I love this film so much is and Italian films in this style, like Body Puzzle, I would put in this as well, is the director actually had a vision where he was going to explore something that is about incest. And the thing is that this is done in the way that you could never make a Norwegian film or an American film or an English film, because in Italian films, shit just happens. So you are actually allowed to just do it 45 minutes in the film, just show something really weird. And then it's almost like a twist turning point for the character. And then you think, okay, this was this and nothing more. But then it actually built up to something in the ending that you never saw coming, like this, the clip you showed, Dirk, with the biting of the nipple.
Yeah.
But it's the quotes in these films are so. I wrote you one, Dirk. I don't remember it right now. It's something like, "Mommy, I want to see your breast. I want to feel them. Come on, Mommy," or something like that. It's so disturbing, but in the same time, so fucking perfect. I saw this film when I was really young. I was way too young to see it. And I'm a little bit ashamed to say this, but I think this was one of the first films, that scene, that got me aroused in many ways for the first time, because she is a beautiful woman,
Yeah,
and
she is.
I could see myself as the young me, through this 30-year-old dude that's acting like a young kid.
He's acting like he's 6, right?
It's so fucking weird. It's and the best clip in the entire film you didn't show, Dirk, actually, is when he's lying in the bed and you just see his eyes.
Oh, I showed it.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one here.
Mother, this cloth smells of death.
I just interlaced it with that other with the audio,
But I love that, because it even if he didn't play a 5-year-old, that clip scared the hell out of me. He's a scary ass dude, that Peter Parker, as I call him.
Peter Parker.
Right, so you've got the scene with Peter Parker early on, right? It is absolutely fucking hysterical, because you got the couple in bed and they're making love, his mother.
Yeah.
But then we kind of look to the stairs and we see this big big shadow. Yeah. And then when you realise it's fucking him that walks through the door and he's like 5 foot nothing, it's just so funny, man.
It's like the classic Nosferatu or Dracula shot,
Yeah. You're expecting this big fucking, thing to come through.
It's shit like that, though. It makes me think that he was trying to go for that, to make it funny. I don't know. But
it's also hard to think that he's making a comedy joke kind of thing when you put in the incest stuff, because I saw this probably my 3rd time in my life with a lot of friends that hadn't seen the film before. And some of them are not used to Italian or horror. And they were just like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like they're going into a territory that you should not be doing in a jokey way.
Right. Yeah, and she's all with it, especially that last scene after she thinks he's dead and he comes back as a zombie and shit. Spoiler if you have never seen it, but
But the scene before that as well, when he's actually feeling her up, and then she kind of, he starts to get a little bit too familiar with her tit, and then she kind of, yells at him, and then he goes, "What's wrong? I'm your son."
Oh, she smacks the shit out of him.
I was doubled up laughing.
She smacks the shit out of him, and then when he gets smacked, he's like,
it's like, "I'm your son," as if that gives you the fucking divine right to rape your mother. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, but that's what makes that scene so interesting for me, because every time I see the film, I'm almost looking forward for that scene to try to analyze it. Because the thing is that in one way you can look at it that he's a complete nutcase, that he's always trying. But in another way, the mother has to have given him something. Maybe she breastfeeded him till he was way too old. I don't know. But there is something weird there, because it's almost looked like she doesn't want to be part of it in some way.
But then in some way she does, in a way.
I know, Dirk, and that's what's fucking screwed my head up. It's a deep psychological drama, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of jealous early on as well when he sees his mother getting it on with that guy.
Yeah.
That's a bizarre scene as well, like you said, when he comes up the stairs. But
you don't know that in the beginning if you haven't seen the film before. It's more like a weed kind of thing, But when you see her grabbing her tits, then the movie takes another direction.
I forgot to mention too the house, that house or whatever, castle, whatever the hell it is. During World War II, a Nazi commando lived there, and he had a whole wing of prisoners where he housed prisoners.
Wow,
that's like, it's got a crazy history. That damn that place that they're shooting this movie.
It's kind of sad that it's not derelict now, but I mean, because Peter Back does do the interview from that house, and it's really interesting to see like all the rooms and that, but no one lives there or anything. I don't know what's gonna happen to it, whether it'll be restored. But just watch the interview for that, man. But yeah, like you say, then you've got these couples. You've got the bear trap scene as well, which is funny. I know I shouldn't laugh, but that Dixie Blonde gets to
laugh my ass off the whole damn movie. I mean, who the hell has a bear trap out in the damn?
That's what's so funny about it. Is that a common thing in America where you just put a bear trap in your fucking back, your backyard or whatever?
Hell no! Like this is in Rome too, right? It's like.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking, I'm saying America, Rome. But I mean Italy, yeah.
Well, I don't
that's
think
even worse then, because there's no fucking bears in Italy at all.
It's not only that.
not that I'm aware of.
The thing about a bear trap, I've never seen a damn bear in a trap. Have you? I mean, shit. That's I don't know. I never understood the whole bear trap thing, but.
And it's obviously quite there as a device just to use for the fucking film to win.
And then the one part where the zombie's coming to the guy, and the guy's just standing there, and then the zombie's just, I mean, he basically lets him strangle him. I'm like,
yeah. And it's like the reaction of these zombies as well. They kind of have like humanoid kind of the way they act, like going for this fucking throat and stuff. It's just so funny and bizarre at the same time. It's oh man.
And I mean, they rip Fulci off. There's a couple.
Oh god, with that one scene, yeah.
Especially like where except it didn't go into her eye, the glass, it goes in the side of her face or whatever. And then the look of the zombies too is kind of, kind of like zombies.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely. I would take these zombies every day over Dawn of the Dead.
But didn't that came out in 1980?
79.
Zombie was 79.
79. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
This was obviously come out as kind of a cash in on that.
And Gates of Hell, I guess you could say. No, not really, not so much, but maybe. Definitely has a Fulci vibe.
Yeah.
I'm such a big fan of this film that I actually have a bust up there that I paid fucking $250 for.
Oh shit!
It's the first zombie that comes up from the ground.
Okay.
Shit! Can you grab that now? Or?
It's kind of stuck up there. I can show you later.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I'm just fucking glad that
what is that?
You love this film.
That's the DVD.
A German media book.
Media book. Okay.
5-disc edition that I bought before I got this 4K.
So is the 4K though? Like, what's extra on there, like the features wise?
I haven't checked this out yet. Darren has, so he must.
Yeah.
I only checked out the Peter Bach interview, but I think there's like 5, 6, 7 interviews and that on there.
Okay.
I don't know if they're completely different to your version because I've not got your version. But in terms of the 4K and all that, it looks great. But it is kind of grainy at times, but you expect that for a film.
How does Peter Parker's eyes look?
Oh God, man! It's just
in 4K. Come on, man.
There is actually
like those scene where he's looking all pissed off when she goes off with the other dude.
Oh yeah, that's priceless, man. Yeah. There's a Grindbase version as well. You can watch it like really like I don't know if it's VHS version or something, but you can watch a really fucked up, muddy sort of version of it, which I will definitely do at some point.
But there is also so much dialogue going on that is so fucking weird in the film while all this shit goes down. It's like they are stopping and talking, and it's like I can't remember the quotes, but
like the one part where the guy's talking about let's let them all in, like
yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about here?
It's like people are dying.
But did you realize, because Peter Bach did say actually something that was quite interesting, they never had a script for the film. All they had was like this 8 line. So everything, most of it's like improvised, which you can kind of tell, but
so it just says zombie action, incest, action, incest.
Kind of trapped in the villa, incest. Yeah.
And this part, you're gonna set somebody on fire, and you're gonna do it yourself. Like.
But yeah, I remember thinking that stunt was really good.
But it's the line also. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it said, "Mommy, I just want to feel your breast."
Yeah,
something like. It's just.
I just want to touch you. I remember. I remember your breast or something. And then when it comes back around later, she says, "Yes, you like that." Oh shit!
but are you feeling me with this? That scene is like it's so disturbing in so many levels.
It really is. Yeah,
it's hard to grab it.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be a kid, so if you can take away the fact that he looks like a 30-year-old man.
He looks he looks like a fucking 60-year-old man in the face.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can take that away, though, he had to learn that shit from somewhere, right? I mean,
it is the mother that's the creep, and the mother is the bad person in the entire fucking film.
Yeah.
Zombies are just instincts. But I would just say in this release, you get the soundtrack, and you also get I haven't seen the entire thing, but you get like a Super 8 version of the film from Germany.
Oh, nice, man!
And
nice.
it's German, how you say, a voiceover through the fucking things. I couldn't sit there and watch the entire thing, but it's really fun to see how it was originally screened on festivals back in the days.
Okay.
So and they only have half the film because half is gone.
Oh shit! So it was like a commentary while you're watching in German.
No, it's the German. They dub everything, so they have the German speaking over. But it's just on the Super 8.
Okay.
It's a big fucking release.
So did you like the scene with Peter Bach? We're not spoiling it when we say that he succumbs. We've mentioned he succumbs to his death. But what about the part when he's with Leslie? And like she turns into a zombie and he's like, "Leslie, are you all right?" And
he says, "You're hurt." You're hurt. She's all fucked up.
Oh man. That's great.
And he's speaking so calmly.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, and then the mother realized what's happened. Peter Bach obviously meets his fate. And then she's like, "You killed my son. You killed my son." I was like, fucking brilliant.
You notice the scene where the dude's shooting the zombies in the head?
Yeah.
And their heads are exploding. If you pay attention, the same zombie's head explodes like 4 times.
Oh God, yeah, I've no doubt.
It's like different angles that different cameras set up, I guess, and recorded at the same time, and I guess they just showed it in different angles.
No one will know. No one will know.
But people like mention Troll 2 as like their favorite best bad film.
Yeah.
But this beats Troll 2 hands down for me.
But the thing is that, Darren, I don't think this is a bad film. I just think it's a weird film. It's like, I would almost put it there with Bad Taste and Brain Dead, if you understand what I'm saying, because I do think the director had like a vision where he was going with this shit. While in Troll 2, I don't think the director actually had a vision. He was just putting a lot of shit in there just I don't know, just for fun. I have no idea. But
do you think, like what Dirk said earlier, do you actually think this was played straight? Like a straight film. I do as well.
So. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what makes it so funny for me.
It's hard for me to wrap my head around that this is like meant to be a serious, straightforward horror movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think he wanted to make a straightforward horror film. But I do think that he put elements of comedy in there, just like you do in many horror films. But
right.
I think it's still grounded to something serious he wanted to do here. Yeah.
The last little line at the end of the movie too. What does it say? Something about it felt like a Fulci film. Like we were talking about the prophecy of the black spider.
Yeah.
Weird shit. I was like, what the hell is this shit? You know?
Yeah. When the text, you mean the text?
Yeah.
When that comes up in the ending of the film, that's almost the funniest part, because suddenly you feel like every joke in the entire film just got serious. It's
right.
Yeah.
It's
and prophecy is actually spelled wrong as well, which makes it even more hilarious.
So is Knights. He spelled Knights wrong too.
Yeah.
You know, it's called Knights of Terror, and it's only one night. So, like, what the hell are we doing?
But
right out the gate, you know.
You know the one guy as well with the mustache. He looks like a porn actor.
Oh yeah.
Some of his facial expressions during, when the monks attack him and kill him is just hilarious, man. Yeah, some of the facial he comes out with, and he does it all throughout the film as well. It's just brilliant.
Right.
But that monk scene is great, When
Trini says, man, child, titty sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, child.
You know what film we are talking about?
The window zombie was hilarious. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, that scene is great. With a nail in the hand.
Yeah, it's like a ninja zombie.
Do you know when the zombie fucking climbs through the window,
right,
and then fucking the way the zombie just falls back? Oh shit, my phone's gone. I'm getting carried away, yeah.
Just like that, yeah.
Just like that, yeah. But when the fucking zombie falls back, man, it's so funny. I was like, shit.
Right.
But yeah, that's brilliant, man.
Holland says, backyard bear trap, when in Rome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the actress that played the mother?
Yeah.
She has been in a lot of Italian films, right?
She's in Giallo in Venice, and I think she gets like naked in that as well. I think she's in Patrick Still Lives.
Oh yeah, Patrick Still Lives was filmed there too. Oddly,
right? That makes sense then. Yeah,
kind of crazy. Texas says, does he bark a lot during the interview?
He's actually fucking. It's weird, the interview, because he smokes and he's like very nothing like what you would expect him to be. Very Italian, very just weird it is.
Yeah, it's a trip, man. I have fun with it every time, man. It don't get old.
Yeah, this film you can see over and over again. It gets never boring.
No, and straight from the off, I'll watch it and I know that 85 minutes I'll lose of my life will go just like that, but in a good way. Not I could watch this at any time, anywhere, on any level.
Mama. It's like shit. I showed Grayson that Grayson was doing that shit earlier with Tasha. I said, you sound like this guy in this movie I just watched. And I showed him the clip. I didn't show him the whole clip. I just showed him that one part where he's like, "Mama." But
don't show him the titty clip, then he will be destroyed in his head like me.
Well, call me a bad father, right? But I actually showed my son this film when he was 10.
Right.
him and my nephew come over, and like I thought, oh, what can we, put on something for a laugh? And they both fucking loved it, man. They both absolutely
Yeah, there
loved
ain't nothing
it.
wrong with that. Shit, I was watching all kinds of shit when I was very young. So
Yeah. Mommy titty sucking.
Yeah. Well, that's Burial Ground, man. I hope we did it justice. I mean,
man, yeah, we could go on forever, but yeah.
Yeah, that 4K. I just don't know if I need to upgrade because this Blu-ray looks really damn good and it's got some good shit on it. So,
who released that one?
What's that?
Who released that one?
Oh, this Severin.
Okay, same transfer as the 88 films then.
Okay.
Of the old release.
But yeah, I guess the last one we're going to talk about here is A Blade in the Dark, or The House with Stairs.
Yeah.
The House with Dark Stairs, I should say. But it's a hell of a release, though, man. I think this they went all out. So, I mean, Vinegar Syndrome went all out with this one.
Oh, it's possibly one of the best packaging.
Yeah, and I will show that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Was this last year or this year?
This year, I think.
This year, yeah. Wasn't long ago. 4 discs.
I think it's sold out as well.
It's 4 discs. It's and I'll tell you what, every disc has a purpose. It's not just some extra padded bullshit. Like the 2 Blu-ray discs in here, they have different special features on them. They're the first disc, the first 4K is the uncut version of the film. It has an extra 2 minutes. And then it also has an Italian track, which I'd never seen it with the Italian track and the English subtitle, which,
right.
You know, it's still funny. This movie's funny as shit, though, to watch it with the English track, because you get some crazy shit like this right here.
Is it possible you're such a vacant nerd? Your satisfaction is to sit like a frog in the sun?
Yeah, you get shit like that. And,
you are a female. You are a female.
Shit like that. Like,
that opening is fucking scary.
This is all the whiskey you possess?
The bottle is finished.
Shit, just it'll go on.
Yes, Bruno. She was killed while you were playing the piano, all right?
You know, Julia, you are being slightly difficult.
You're being slightly difficult. Shit like that. But I don't know, man. I like it both ways. I do like the Italian that I've seen it in the Italian one. It made a little more sense. The dialogue makes a little more sense.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. So this dude Bruno, he goes to this villa, and he's working on a score for a horror film, and he's never done a score for a horror film before. I think a lot of people shit on this movie, and I don't get it. They say it's too slow. Again, I think it's an hour and 49 minutes. You know.
Yeah.
Lamberto Bava was out of work, and he needed a job, so Sacchetti. That's why he hit up Sacchetti, or it might be the other way around. I might be telling that shit wrong. Sorry, but I know Sacchetti and Bava, they didn't get along during the making of this movie. Sacchetti said that this movie could have been great, but he blamed Luciano Martino, for not making it a great film, for not taking the time. Instead of doing 8 takes in a day, why not just do like 2 or 3 well thought out takes, is what Sacchetti was saying. I thought that was pretty interesting. This thing's packed. Yeah. This release is packed. Anything you want to know. And it even has, if you've never seen or if you're not really into the genre, it has an hour, 30-minute video documentary about Giallo. I've seen it before on other releases. I think it's on all colors of Giallo.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So that's on. It's on the second. It's on the second Blu-ray on the special features, but it's got. I mean, I guess. Well, like I said, I'm kind of good in everywhere. I'm going everywhere, all over the place, like I usually do. That's fine, right?
Yeah, man. Go with the flow.
Bruno, he's a composer. He's you know, he gets to stay at this villa to work on the music and everything for the movie. And anyway, this girl just pops up out of the closet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very weird, like in that way. Like as the film goes on, it's more strange shit.
But it opens up with that scene with the kids as well, which you don't see coming.
Yeah.
Because you've got Gianni Fraser from Haste by the Cemetery, who plays Bob. Right. He's with this bunch of kids, and they're daring him to go down and collect this tennis ball, right. Which is kind of important part of the plot to come. And yeah, we find out that that's actually like a scene in the movie, which is kind of, weird. Like his cold eyes of fear starts,
It's kind of like the big clue to the.
Oh God, yeah. There's lots of clues in this.
Right.
But by what you were saying about like the making of this, it's actually shot in 3 weeks and 3 days. Like you say, it was going to be a TV series, but
right.
Lucio Martino actually sat down, saw it, and he said to Lamberto Bari, "No, I think we got like a feature film here." So like Dardano Sacchetti was hired obviously to do the screenplay, and he was told that it was going to be in 4 parts of 25 minutes, and they're going to have one kill in each part.
Yeah,
that's how it originated.
One girl killed at the end of each episode, and
but Bava said as well that you had a little bit of stick with his first film, Macabre, because he said there wasn't enough blood in it and gore, and a lot of the critics, really kind of went on to him for that. So he thought this was going to be his answer to that, and he's going to include gore. Personally, I think this is his answer to Tenebrae. I think he was assistant director on Tenebrae.
He was working on Tenebrae at the same time.
Yeah, I think he was assistant director. And if you put the one scene with the girl,
right,
out in the garden, it's exactly fucking looks like Tenebrae.
It does.
Everything about that scene,
except the the skirt's a different color, right?
Well, yeah.
The fucking skirt is the same, it's just different color. So
yeah.
But Martino bought this house. He bought this villa strictly to make movies.
That's right. Yeah.
He bought the damn thing for, and it's a big ass house. I think before though it was a convent, is what I was. I might be wrong on that, but I thought that I saw somewhere that it used to be a convent.
No, I think I read that. Yeah, I think you're right on that.
This is in Rome as well, so all filmed in the same location. So if you think about it, these 3 films are all filmed in the same damn location. That's weird how that worked, right? We picked these 3 random.
Yeah, it's weird how that shit works as well.
Am I freezing up now?
Can you hear me?
Curious. Yeah. Am I freezing up?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. But yeah, go ahead, man. Sorry. I'm like I'm putting the cart before the horse, like they say.
So yeah, like basically then we got this composer, he's in this villa. Like you say, these strange women keep popping up out of cupboards and but there's obviously a killer on the loose. It's like, I'm trying to think of some of the influences without giving it too much away. There's a big Hitchcock film that I won't mention the name of, but it kind of is definitely an influence. I think Blowout from De Palma, Dress to Kill, I think they're all a massive influence on this film, considering it came out like a few years after those. But they, like you said, that there's some great. Well, there's definitely two great like kill scenes in here, and the one with the girl that we just said early on. I think it's done really well, and it wouldn't look out of place in any kind of Argentine film.
No, it's brutal as shit. The one in the bathroom is the one you're talking about.
No, the first one with the girl.
You know,
in the actual brains. Yeah,
I do want to mention like on that scene though. Okay, so
yeah,
it's like a wall that hasn't been finished, and I guess they do that over there. They use like a chicken wire type mesh before they put their plaster up or whatever. And why would she hide behind the damn chicken wire when she could go hide behind the other part of the wall that is finished? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that makes no
hide
sense.
behind the chicken wire, and then when the son of a bitch comes up with the knife, it's like she's like leaning into the fucking chicken wire so he can stab her up. I mean, she's got plenty of space to back the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it was done, for kind of suspense because we think maybe the knife can get to her, and but the killer POV shots are fucking superb in that.
There's only two camera lenses were used. Only 2 camera lenses were used.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Sacchetti shit all over Bava about this. He basically said that Umberto Bava is not very creative. He ponders on my ideas, and he takes too long pondering and shit. I was like, God, no, man, he shit all over like on these interviews. I was tripped out on that shit. And then Sacchetti kind of threw some shade at Martino, saying that I helped him get the money so he could retire and all this shit. Oh my God.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I think Lamberto Bava doesn't really get a massive lot of respect. And I'll tell you why I think that is. I think a lot of his films are 6 and 7 out of 10s, but he doesn't get a lot of like 8 or fucking 9s. And he's a solid, obviously very competent director, but he's just not got the flair of an Argento.
He said he didn't take the time that like Argento did. Or no, he said he took the same amount of time. It just he wasn't very creative.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
what Sacchetti was trying to do versus Argento, you know. And I'm just like, well, that is whatever it is. I really like the damn movie. I dig it. I like it.
I think it's solid. I don't. Go on, Giz. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it too. I don't think it's up there among the greats, but I think that it's got a lot of style to it. And if somebody asks me if they want to see a giallo that isn't like Argento or the 10 most famous ones out there, I would highly recommend this one because it's a fun movie and it goes fast. I don't understand who you're talking to, Dirk, when you say everybody says that the movie is slow.
I was reading reviews about it. Like,
okay.
They got really bad reviews. I don't know.
No, but it's right what you say, Darren. I remember you asked me like favorite directors from Italy. I think that the reason why I put Lamberto Bava high is because of one film, and it's Demons, of course. I think that's a fucking 8 or 9 out of a 10.
Yeah.
But I do love Blast Fighter, and I do think this one is good.
A lot.
Macabre is also good,
yeah.
And also Body Puzzle, as we already talked about.
I keep mentioning Body Puzzle, man. I'm gonna have to make that shit happen tonight. Damn it.
Yeah, that's a fun one. That's a comedy, as I said, for me at least. But so I will highly recommend this one. This was also this was one of my first Jallis. This one, and I always mix this with Tenebrae and actually a film that you will not understand why, but it was because I saw them when I was really young, and I just remember the cover of this and the cover of Fulci's
Taste by the Cemetery.
No. The one that I don't like that much. I think it's okay, but The Jolly made in '72 or something like that, I think.
Not
Don't Torture a Duckling.
Yeah, and the reason has nothing to do with the film. It's just about the kids and about the cover, because it was something when I was VHS back in the days. You remember the cover, right? And you remember bits and pieces of the films. So I always mix those two. But Tenebrae is a better comparison, I would say. But Tenebrae is my favorite Giallo of all time. So yeah.
Yeah, Tenebrae is on a different level to this, but you can see why people compare the two. Because
let me ask y'all this: Did y'all figure the killer out the first watch?
Yeah.
When you mean in the film?
The first time you saw this one, did you figure out who the killer was?
I did. From the opening scene, I knew straight away.
No, I don't think I did, but I saw it when I was like 11 years old or something. So.
Oh shit! I seen this like a few years ago, so it's I definitely didn't figure the killer out. That kind of tripped me out at the end, but Bava, he said that without spoiling it, he said that he used somebody else in certain scenes. He said he did cheat a little.
Yeah, and you can see that in one scene really good.
Yeah.
In the when the girl is killed in the bathroom.
Right. Yep.
There is a shot there where you can see 100% it's not the killer.
Right.
And that kill is great as well when he stabs it like fucking hand.
Yeah. It looks hurtful.
Oh god, yeah, the way he's bashing the head in as well. Then he slits her throat with like this kitchen knife.
Yeah, it's just mean as shit. It
does. It's two massive like.
That kills the meanest to me, like out of the whole film. And then the whole kill with the film, killing the director. I thought that's fucking great, man. Like he's killing the director with the film. I think that's awesome.
But in terms of realizing who the killer is and that, I think it's good misdirection. With
I didn't figure it out. That kind of feel like a dumbass that you did. but
no, I just like knowing without giving anything away this character, in previous films and what have you.
Right.
I just kind of figured it out. Maybe I got lucky. I don't know, but
yeah.
Because when Bava was casting the killer for this film, he said like 100 guys showed up, and they were all big, bulky men, But I won't say who the killer is, but they kind of got this actor, I shall say, stroke actor, by accident. So where Bava just realized he was in the same room and he thought, shit, you're perfect for this. Right. And then that's how that come about, really.
What do y'all think about the score? I think it's fucking amazing. I really do. I really like the fucking score in this movie. A lot.
I think it's played a lot. It doesn't sound like the Psychic in terms of the melody, but it's used in the same way as the Psychic.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it, man. Like the piano.
I really dig the score.
Definitely one of the plus points, I think.
I think this could be the release of the year, in my opinion. I don't know what y'all think, but
it's up there, I'm starting to think the Psycho box set is. But in terms
Hellraiser will be it.
You think so?
Yeah, that is one of my favorite films of all time. I've been waiting. That's the film I want most of every fucking film on 4K because of how it's filmed.
Well, Hellraiser 3 is the best one, though.
Bye.
No, I think I watched Hellraiser 3 the most though when I was a kid because it's like a slasher. But Hellraiser by far is my favorite. A lot of people like part 2 better.
Yeah, I have friends.
I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
I like 2. I think they go together though. 1 and 2 go together. I feel like just watching both.
I'm a little bit on the opposite because I think it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and 2. I think they are totally different films. So when I watch Hellraiser 1 and Hellraiser 2, it feels like different genres because the first one is a dark horror.
they are completely different. It's just I feel like that part 2 to Hellraiser though is like a continuation.
Yeah,
and it just flows right into it. You know, if that makes sense. I don't know. I know.
I always looked at Hellraiser 2 as a comedy. I don't know why, but it's it's crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah, some of those special effects in that one is a little wonky, but anyway, yeah. Anything else y'all want to add to that Blade in the Dark?
The one scene I think was ripped off from The Shining, where you got the knife coming through the door.
Yeah, I can see that.
Definitely ripped off from The Shining, but it, you know, probably an homage if anything. And yeah, like I say, I think this is solid. I'd definitely give it a strong 7.
It's I gotta say though, watching it without the English dub, because this could be like in the top 10 worst dub jobs ever on a film. I mean, but once you see it a couple of times, it don't really bother you. But like the first watch, you know, it's kind of fucking weird. Like I'm gonna show a couple more of these right quick, just to like this here, like this shit right here.
6:30. I'll be waiting then. Ciao.
You know, like ciao. Like what in the shit?
See, all's well that finishes well, or whatever the guy said.
Shit like that. I got one more.
If there was any whiskey left, this would be a good time to drink it.
Right. Save the tea and yogurt for breakfast.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah.
I can see like actually not used to the shit. You know, like being like, what the fuck is this? But yeah.
I mean, what do you think of the cast? I will actually say that Andrea Occhipinti, I think his name is. I don't think he's the most engaging, like, leading man.
He was actually a very famous. He was a famous actor at the time, from what I found out.
But he went on to do New York Ripper, didn't he?
They said that he did a lot of strange films. That he didn't want to do anything mainstream. He was like one of those kind of actors.
Right. Yeah. So, like I mentioned, New York Ripper then, but actually it was a year before, wasn't it? New York Ripper '82. But yeah, he's just kind of a bland leading man type figure for me. I do love the actual other actresses though, because you got the one girl from Demons, the one who goes in the swimming to do swimming. Yeah. I recognised her straight away. She's one of like Tony's, the pimps like hookers in Demons. Mm-hmm. So I love that. I haven't seen her in many films either. And you've got the lead, the guy who plays kind of the red herring in, you know, the groundskeeper or whatever. He was the guy that was in Macabre, the lead actor in Macabre.
Right.
But yeah, there's like obviously Giovanni Fraser, you know, Manhattan Baby, Haste by Cemetery. It was a good cast. I thought, you know, really like kind of a who's who of, you know, Italian giallo and whatever films at the time.
Yeah, I think the Red Herrings was like really pretty solid though, for me anyway on the first watch. Because I was
the one is kind of obvious, but
I was on the fence. Like, is it him? Is it his girlfriend? Is it the director? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me catch the chat right quick. Man. Yeah, Texas says 2 has a bit more to it. I think he's talking about Hellraiser 2.
Yeah.
3 is a comedy to me. Yeah, it is. It's more fun, like slasher. Like when I was younger, I loved the shit out of Hellraiser 3. And then we got Sir William of Dead Pit, Uncle Bill. It is awful dubbing. Yeah. It is awful dubbing, but hilarious. Hell yeah, man. Thanks for dropping in, man.
Good to see Uncle Bill, man.
Let's see. He says it has some great scenes, though. Yeah. Visually,
it's hilarious.
Really damn good movie, visually speaking. But the watching it with the Italian is a completely different experience. Like, you know what I mean? It really is.
I don't think I've seen it with the Italian track.
I made a point because I knew that it was going to be. Well, I think the '88 Films version has the Italian track with the dubbing, but I didn't have that, and I was just glad to get this. And So I could, but I will go back and watch the silly dubbing shit too, because it's just too damn funny not to. And you got Uncle Bill says, my favorite part of Lamberto's films are they always have batshit crazy endings. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, especially like at the end of this one, man. Damn, the killer gets hit in the head with that brick, and it's just, it's just funny as hell. But
I think like the killer as well does a really good job in being like this maniacal person,
Right.
Like, the voices, the laughing and all that.
Oh yeah, great. I think I have one more. This one here.
I thought of you too.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
That reminds me of like New York Ripper.
Yeah.
Type voice,
Right. But yeah, man. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Bring up? Mention on the house with dark stairs?
Pretty much said most of what I got down again.
Right. I will say this.
I really like the film. Go on, Giz.
No, I will say that of all the films I've seen from Lamberto, I think that this is probably his most safest work, if that makes sense. It's more his more kind of stylistic, and if you break down the film, there isn't like that humorous scenes in it, if that makes sense. While all the other films I've seen with him, even Demons, has really fucking crazy scenes in them that just takes you to a comedy level in many ways. But this one is more serious and more dark. And that's also something I think is cool. And it's sad that he didn't go more into these films, I think, later on in his career, at least for what I've seen. So I recommend this film to people.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I recommend both cuts of the film too. Like both, like watch it in Italian with the Italian track and the English subtitles. It's completely different experience than this shit. Is
it possible you're such a vacant nerd? Your satisfaction is to sit like a frog in the sun?
Yeah, I mean it's just shit like that makes the shit funny though. But
I didn't watch the long version, but I put the long version in by accident. And there is a scene with the kids that's not in the shorter version.
Right.
And they coming up the street or something.
Yeah. It's like 2 minutes extra.
Right, yeah. Which I like in the shorter version, they're just at this location straight away, and they.
I will bring up this though. Dardano Sacchetti said that he used this same plot from when he was a child. Something to do with his aunt would make him go to the cellar and get shit. Yeah. But he used this same formula in House by the Cemetery. And,
yeah.
There was another one that he used it in as well. I can't think of what it is, but I thought that was pretty interesting. So.
Yeah, that makes sense with House by the Cemetery, where you got to go down the steps.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
This is kind of weird. It says that the long version on Vinegar Syndrome's release is 109 minutes. And on the 88 films, it says 110 minutes. But that's just the only release on the 88 film version. So that means that they released the TV edition of A Blade in the Dark in through the 88 films.
I'm not sure, because the version I saw was. I'm trying to think out loud. I'm sure the TV version is like 1 hour 50 minutes, and the version I saw was like 1 hour 37.
Yeah, and
so it's like 13.
Yeah, this one is 1 hour and 50. The 88.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one I saw was 1 hour 49. So.
Right, so it's probably about 10 minutes then, at least, difference. It's crazy, man.
But Darren, I don't think Dirk has seen this film, but maybe you have. It's Distant Lights.
Distant Lights?
I just looked it up now because I was looking up the girl you were talking about earlier, and I suddenly saw a picture of another girl from the movie Demons.
Oh,
I can never get her out of my head. Do you know the punk girl?
yeah.
Yeah, the blonde.
Yeah, so I looked her up, and she was in a movie called I just said the title, I don't remember now, but Aurelio Chiesa is the director's name, and the plotline sounds interesting. Alien spirits from outer space land on Earth and take over the bodies of the recent deceased, but their purpose isn't what it would appear to be.
No, I haven't had the pleasure to see that.
What the hell?
But I think it sounds
What's it
cool.
called?
In Italy, called Lucy Lontante, I think, and it would deliver. 2 seconds. It's only 82 people who have given it a rating. It's called Distant Lights in the America.
I've never heard of that one.
I mean, it's from
Distant
1993. It's called in Norwegian. It's called "Mommy is Not Dead," and Thomas Millian is in it as well.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was just random. I never heard about it before. I just saw it now.
You're talking about Fabiola,
Uh,
the chicken demons. You know her name, Fabiola?
I have no idea what's her name. I found it's Bettina Ciampolini, the punk girl in Demons.
Oh, okay. You're not talking about the chick that's in Blade in the Dark, then.
No. He's he's the one in Demons who's the blonde in the car. I think it is.
Yeah. I just never forget her face. She had just a really funky face.
Right.
Sorry, I dragged you over to another sci-fi movie with Thomas Millian, but it's from Italy, so
that's fine, man.
No, you got me intrigued now. I'd love to see that actually.
I think we've covered all three of these. Unless there's something else y'all want to add.
No, I'm good.
Oh, I'm good, man. Yeah, I think I've said everything.
I think it's, from what I was reading, from what people were saying about it, though, it just kind of tripped me out. I was like, what the shit? People saying it sucked, it was slow, pacing. Sacchetti said it's a good movie, but it could have been great. I do agree with that. I think there's a couple things that could have made this a great one. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. That's what I'll do.
I think it could have done with maybe a few more death scenes, bit of a higher body count, but I think it's solid enough. It's never going to be on my top 50 giallo films of all time or anything, but
I think the stalking scenes are really good.
Oh god, the main two death scenes. I know there's a few more, but I think they're done really well, and you can see the Argento influence. I'd definitely say get it to slasher fans and giallo fans in general if you've not got it, just for the packaging alone on that new release. But maybe play it as just a second feature to Tenebrae and see how you get on with it that way, because the two films
it feels really a lot like
they feel the same to me. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I guess we'll get up out of here. Unless there's something else y'all want to bring up. We got Gismo stream tomorrow night.
Oh shit! I've only watched 2 films so far.
There's something rotten in the collection. I got one more film to watch, and that is I've been putting it off, but it's the lost films of Herschel Gordon Lewis.
Oh fuck, man.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got.
That is gonna be fucking rough, man.
I think that Dirk actually is a porno, or it's 3 porno films. I looked them up, and it's
Oh, holy shit!
Yeah,
well,
I think there is a lot of hardcore sex in it.
Oh shit! Okay, well I didn't know.
How long was they as well?
Huh?
I think it's 3 60 minutes or something. On
it's three films. There's
So you got 3 hours to watch then.
Yeah.
Shit.
But Darren, you shouldn't talk. You have
No. I got So I got 3 films, so I probably got about 4.5 hours.
Yeah, and can you please name the films?
Right.
The ones I got to come.
Yeah.
I haven't got them near me now, so let me. I got to think about this. So I've done Motorhome Massacre.
Oh man.
I've done Engine Trouble. Junior.
Motorhome Massacre.
But please call it Junior. I like that title much more.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Junior like in the VHS days. I remember seeing that cover.
But that cover is such a rip off of that film because it
looks
kind of
like
makes
Earl off of House of a Thousand Corpses, kind of, don't he? In a way.
Oh, you got like he looks like fucking My Bloody Valentine as well. Because and there's no fucking pickaxe in the film, so I don't know. It's very strange. But yeah, I can't remember them offhand now. I have got them on my shelf in the next room. Remember them?
He says
Yeah.
later, guys.
You have later.
And,
Texas hope I see you tomorrow, Trinidad. Same with you.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah, Texas says I finished my 5, but I have to pick my next 5. Yeah.
Yeah, you have at least WrestleManiac. That one I remember.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah, WrestleManiac. Yeah. I'm interested to hear.
I have seen all of my titles that people. I'm lucky. I've actually gone through these fucking films.
Yeah.
So I've seen all of this, and I can say this much: one of these films are the worst film I've seen for the last fucking 15 years. It's so bad. It goes beyond bad. I told Darren, I believe
Is it worse than Motorhome Massacre? You gotta ask yourself.
I would rather see Motorhome Massacre after seeing the trailer than seeing this film. It's yeah. I have no words. I don't know how to explain it tomorrow either. It's and this film cost probably 500 times as much as Motorhome Massacre.
Oh God, easily. Anything costs fucking 500 times more than Motorhome Massacre.
Is it the Junior that was from Belgium or?
Yeah. But it's done in English, if that makes sense. But you can kind of tell the lead actress is probably foreign.
Yeah.
I won't give too much away, but it started off really well, but kind of took a nosedive a little bit later.
What are you watching tonight, Dex? You have, of course, film for tomorrow to watch. I rewatched 4 Rooms. Have you seen that one, the comedy?
What's it called?
4 Rooms. Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, I've seen it a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. I've seen it before, but I rewatched it. It was really fun. It was so good to see a comedy that isn't political correct.
Isn't Madonna in that?
Yeah, she's in the first room.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
But you know, the room I liked the most wasn't the room I liked the most when I was young. It was the second room where a dude is strapped to the chair. I love that room was so fun.
I don't remember which one was Tarantino's.
That's the last one.
It's 4 directors, right?
Yeah, Robert Rodriguez did the 3rd room and Tarantino did the 4th.
Okay. Yeah.
Tarantino isn't. I don't think that is so good anymore. I liked it more when I was younger, but Rodriguez room is really fun.
I do want to say before we go, I've got a stream on Evil Dead Chick Dana's channel coming up on Thursday night. She's gonna do 2 kind of Patreon picks, Wolf Creek and See No Evil. Which is AKA Blind Terror from 1971. So if anyone gets a chance to check that out, then it's 1 o'clock UK time in the morning, but I think it's like 8 o'clock American time. So
I will.
When is that?
Go ahead.
When is that?
That's on this coming Thursday.
Okay.
That was like being in a Twin Peaks episode.
Yeah.
What is that? I'm going to watch this tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What's it called? What's that? Oh,
The Baker.
Whiskey, a cook.
Banker.
The Banker.
wow.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Then I think it's a slasher.
I've never seen. I would never heard of that one.
This one was the VHS cover.
What's it called? The Banker.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of it. I think I may have heard of it then, if it's called The Banker.
I will see if I find the original VHS cover here. 2 seconds. No, it's not here. But you've probably seen this face before.
I've seen that before somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where I've seen it. But Could've
Is
been.
that
I
like
think it's a slasher or something.
1989? Something like that? Is the one I'm thinking of?
You know,
6:30. I'll be waiting then. Ciao.
1997 it says here, but that's probably wrong.
You have to
looks
let
like
me
a
know
lot of-
where it is. If it's a slasher, I'll definitely want to get it.
A lot of nudity in it, at least.
Oh, we got another. Got one more. Let's see. Texas says, "I'll be there, Darren, even though I can't comment. You always have my support."
Oh,
Great,
nice one, man.
Yeah, man.
Cheers, Tex.
I guess we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your weekend and watch some good movies or watch some really bad movies that are really good. If that makes any sense. But
Have a good one, guys.
yeah. Later, y'all.
See you.
Bye.